All right. Yeah. So the thing is, today I'll be explaining you regarding 14th question and then 16th question. Okay. So 14th is all about let's move on to the question first. 14th is all about like a collar manufacturer is considering the production of new collar to attract young men. So this is a table they have given. Basically, this manufacturer wanted to produce a new collar, that too to attract young men. Okay, so they will take the average, isn't it? So this is a students data, and they have seen that two students have almost like circumference is almost like 12, and they have seen 60 students and their circumference is almost like 13.5. Okay, please ignore if I say conference in the place of circumference. Okay, I think this is the third video I'm recording. Again and again I'm saying conference, so I stopped it. Okay, whatever. So this is the table that they have given, and these are the number of students that has considered in the data, and this is the circumference of the neck. Okay, so so what exactly you will do is you will find the average. Okay, and then average this thing, and also you will find the variance and then standard deviation. How to do that and all, I'll just tell you. Okay, if you can remember our class. Okay, some of you even didn't come through the standard deviation. Okay, I understand that. Even though, don't worry about it, I'll be explaining you in this class. But the definition, examples, and all, I'll be dropping it out in the comment section. Please go through it regarding the definition. Now, I'll be concentrating on the problem itself. Okay, students who were in the class during standard deviation thing in the class, I drew a sort of big table on the board saying that xi mean and then standard deviation. We were doing some square root, if you remember. Do you remember? Okay, no problem. So you can just turn the pages of your class book in the meanwhile before you go through this problem. It's fine if you don't go through also, but it will give you a lot of clarity. Okay, let's not drag this video. Meanwhile, we'll just deviate your concentration, isn't it? Fine. First thing first, what you have to do is whatever there in the question that you have to keep it in the Excel sheet. Circumference, you have to keep number of students they have given, isn't it? So circumference in the sense like 12 is the circumference, 12.5 was the circumference, isn't it? All this data I will enter over in the A column. What is there in the A column? Circumference of that particular t-shirt of that particular student. Okay. Now every size is different, right? So that's the reason. All right. So now like coming to the number of students, how many were there? 12 circumference wala. We have two students, right? The same way 12.5, how many were there? 16 were there, right? So something like that. The same data is there over in the question also. The same thing you will enter over here also. Are you done with this? Yes. Okay. Once you are done with this, first I need to understand how many students are there, isn't it? How to calculate how many students? How do you sum? Will you do on the fingers? Never. You have to just drag all these things till one, and you can directly press the summation symbol. You can see the summation symbol. If you press the summation symbol, automatically it will give you the total number of, how many total number of students are there? It's 251 students are there, right? Otherwise, you can also use this formula is equals to sum from which cell to which cell. This is B2 cell, right? B2 to, this is which cell? This is last cell, 11th cell, and which one? Which column? B column. So B11. You can also use this formula. Otherwise, you have to drag the entire thing and press this summation symbol. Okay? Either you can do, either you can enter this formula, otherwise you can do the summation. Anything is fine. Okay? Next. Next is all about product. You have to do the product. So 12 twos are 24, isn't it? So how to do the product? Product is always is by multiply symbol. So A2 into B2. The same way you have to do the product of A3 into B3, isn't it? So once you do is equals to A2 into B2, you will get 24, isn't it? So don't write directly 24, just enter the formula. What you're doing, A2 and also I'm multiplying B2. Now you just drag this over here. Okay. Once you drag the whole thing, you will see the, again, how to do the summation. Summation of the product is something is equals to sum of C2 to C11, isn't it? You can either enter the formula, otherwise you just hold on this and press summation symbol. Automatically you will see the sum of the product. Okay, sum of the product is done. Now you have to do the square differences. Okay, so now for square differences, what exactly you have to do is, you have to, this is a mean, right? What does mean? 13.81 is a mean. How did you get the mean? It's nothing but sum of the product. Okay, you have done the sum of the product. How much it was? 3467, isn't it? Where is 3467? It is in C12 cell. Sum of the product by total number of students. That will be the mean. Isn't it? Mean is nothing but the average. How do you do the average? Total summation of the products divided by number of students, where it is C12 divided by B12. That will be your mean, isn't it? Do you see that? C12 divided by mean. Sorry, C12 divided by B12 will gives you mean. What is the formula? Sum of the product divided by total number of students. Okay. When you do that, automatically you will see mean. Okay. Press enter. You will see the mean. What is mean? 13.81, isn't it? Now, to get standard deviation, what is standard deviation? How much it is getting variated. Okay. Suppose there is a data. Okay. This is like, this is the height of 5.2. Okay. This is 5.3, 5.4. Okay. 5.7, something like this. Okay. Again, let's understand this is the height of these things of the data set. Okay. Now, what is the, okay, this is 5.7 again. Let's take 5.7 as 3 times or 5 times. Okay, what is the average height of this class? What is the average height of this class? It's 5.7, isn't it? Because most of the members are falling into this zone. So 5.7 is the average height, isn't it? So now this is 5.2, right? Can I say average is nothing but mean? Yes. So it's just nothing but mean, because this is a average height. Average is nothing but mean. Okay, this is average. Okay. Now this 5.2 girl is there, isn't it? Or let's say understand 5. Okay. How much it is variated? How much it is variated? By 7 inches, right? By 7 inches. If she has been 7 inches more, she will be in the average, right? How much it is getting variated? Okay. What is the deviation from the mean? Okay. That is what variance and standard deviations will talk about. Clear with this point? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm coming through the theory part. But yeah, you have to understand both of them and then learn, because it's very important than theory part. I really respect practicals. All right. So now coming to this zone. Oh, no, no. Okay. Okay. So coming to the zone, now this variance is there, right? So variance is all about uh, how much it is variating, okay, from the mean. That is what the variance is. Okay. So now, as you can see, this circumference is nothing but 12, isn't it? How much it was? 12. What is the average one we got? 13. How much it is variating? Isn't it? It is variated by like 1, right? So now what you have to do is, you have to do the square differences. How to do the square differences? Here only you can understand. I'm doing difference, I'm squaring it, and I'm also doing with the number of students. Okay, I'm doing a product with number of students. Look at this. A2 is nothing but the circumference minus C14 is nothing but mean. C14 is nothing but mean. Okay. So A2 minus C14, you have to square it. This is a formula. Okay, how do you do square differences? It's nothing but A2 minus C14 whole square. Okay, and you do it with the number of students into B2. Okay, this is the whole formula you have to enter. So each individual A2, I'm subtracting it with mean, A2 minus mean, and you have going to square it, whole square, into B2. Okay. The same thing you have to do for every circumference. Look at this. Okay. When you drag, no, what happens is instead of C14, you will see C15, C16 and all. Okay. It's okay. You can drag, but do you have C15, C16? No, right? Always you have to do minus mean. So make sure every, it's deviated. Okay. Make sure everything is getting into the place. As you can see, C14 is fixed. A3 minus mean whole square into B3. Same thing. A4 minus C14. So the mean should be constant. Make sure you're checking it. Otherwise, your problem will go wrong. Okay. So you are going to do every circumference. You have to do difference with the mean. And then you have to square it. And you have to do the product with number of students. Okay. Once it is done, okay, once it is done, what you have to do, once it is done, I think it is changing every time. Okay. Once it is done, you have to do summation. You have to do summation. Okay. After doing summation, yeah. So after doing summation, now what you have to do? Now you have to do variance. How to do the variance? Now whatever the squared mean summation you got, nothing but D12 divided by, what's happening? Yeah, D12 divided by number of students. Okay, automatically you will see the variance. Okay, and then standard deviation. What is the standard deviation formula? It's nothing but underscore and square root of variance. Okay, how do you get the square root of variance? It is under root of whatever variance you will get. You just do the under root of it. Okay, I feel the entire model is getting changed. Let me just get on to it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what is variance? Variance is nothing but square sum of square differences. What is sum of square? You will do all the summation. Okay, so divided by total number of students, then you will get 0.5. Did you get the same thing? Yeah, it just didn't mention. Now, what is a standard deviation? Is equals to square root of, you have to enter the formula here in just a second. Why my eraser is on? It is creating mess. Okay, now I think we can go for it. You have to enter the formula like this. Is equals to square root of what? Variance. Where is variance? H13 is a variance. That's it. Okay. You have to enter this formula and press enter. Automatically you will see the square root of the variance, which is nothing but the standard deviation. Okay. All right. So this is how you will do the problematic. In the same way here also, instead of circumference, you have x. Instead of frequency means how many times it is getting repeated. Here also number of students, how many times it is getting repeated? 2 times, 16 times is that. That is what frequency is. Okay. How many times it is repeated? 16 times, 32 times, 36 times. Okay. So the same way you have to do here also. Okay. So first you have to do, you already know x is there. Frequency, total number of frequency, how much it is? 200. and then you have to do the product X and F. Here also we did product only, right? So once you do the product, you will get that. Same thing you have to do. There is no change in it. Okay. You have to find the mean of it. Okay. You know how to find the mean. Same thing, variance, same thing, standard deviation. It's the same. Okay. So it's nothing is going to change. It's the same thing. Again, don't get confused. Here I did separately. First I did squared and then I did multiplication. It's the same thing. Okay. You can follow the first procedure. Uh, yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.